guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I got another deck profile for you guys. With an interesting deck, Traptrix Mekk-Knights. So I took this to my locals yesterday and got first with the deck, which was pretty cool to happen. So yeah, it's a very fun deck. I think it's really good. I think it could be borderline, I guess, rogue material. Maybe you could like take this to a regional, maybe get your invite with it. So other than that, that's just how I feel about the deck. I think it's really fun, and it's just really really good. I think so. Other than that though, let's just get right into it. So alright, so to start off, you got your 3 Traptrix Mekk-Knight. Mekk-Knight is pretty much your main starter for the deck. Pretty much with her, you can add a whole normal trap card from deck to hand, and if she's special summoned, she can target one spell or trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. So, and that special summon effect is a mandatory effect, so it's always going to go off no matter what, so which is nice. But yeah, really good card. Gonna search out your trap holes and everything, and just, you know, be able to start off your plays and everything like that. So really good card, and just a another good card to bring off of Sarah. Probably the best one you can bring off of her. So, but yeah, 3 of her. Pretty standard there. Another 3 of for the deck is going to be 3 Traptrix Dionea. Dionea is the monster reborn for the deck to bring back Traptrix from graveyard, so it's nice. She's really good being able to bring back your let's say whatever you use for Sarah summon to then go into Utopia double and potentially OTK from there. So, but that's not the full thing for this deck. That's not like the only win con for the deck. The Mekk-Knights help in other areas as well, just in case the double or nothing OTK thing doesn't happen. So yeah, but no, yeah, Traptrix Dionea, great 3 of. You always want to have her as a 3 of. She does have a special summon effect to pretty much bring back a whole normal trap from graveyard, but it's banished during the end phase of your next turn if it's still in the field. So good way of also recycling your trap holes. Then next, 3 Mantis. You could toy around with this. I decided to run 3 because I just wanted to make it as consistent as I can. Mantis is the one that searches out another Traptrix monster, which is really good. And she also has a quick effect that can target a set spell trap you control to return it to your hand, and then you can set a spell trap from your hand as well. So it's another good way of triggering your Sarah and everything for her second effect to like set a trap hole from deck. So it's a good way to trigger that, and just overall great card. You can search out your Dionea for a following turn and everything, or a Mekk-Knight if you need it. So really good card. I like it a lot, and just wanted to have it as a 3 up just for consistency reasons. And then the last trap trick in the deck is going to be 1 Atrax. Atrax is a solid 1 of. The good thing about her is that she can pretty much make your normal trap cards that are activating your side of the field unable to negate it. So that's really good, just to pretty much give that blanket coverage, and so your opponent can't really stop you in activating your normal traps. So really nice 1 of, and just, you know, always needed. And then that's it for Traptrix. Now on to non-Traptrix monsters. The first one being 3 Iron Dragon Teamaton. Now you're probably wondering what the heck this is and why it's in here. So I'm going to run over his effects. So pretty much with him, he cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by the following effect. If 3 or more cards are in the same column, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect of Iron Dragon Teamaton once per turn. If this card is special summoned, destroy all other cards in this card's column. Neither player can use the unused zones in this card's column. So pretty much with this, it is a good way of locking your opponent out of the extra deck, pretty much in a way. So pretty much what you're going to do is you special summon this in the column with the unused extra monster zone, and then your opponent can't really use it anymore. So that's a good way of locking your opponent out of the extra deck. So it's pretty easy for this deck to pull it off, to get this out turn 1. I did it like 2 times at the tournament yesterday to get this out turn 1, and just to lock out my opponent out of the extra deck, and it was pretty solid. Really good card. Yeah, it's great, and the cool thing is it's 3 or more cards in any column, you know. So it's 3 more cards in the same, like if it's say there's 3 more cards in one of the columns, you don't have to special summon in that column that has the 3 or more cards. You can special summon in any other column, which is nice. So it's not like you have to wait for your opponent to have 3 or more columns. Like, it's not like you have to wait for 3 more columns to be in the one column you want them in. No, you can just, if there's 3 or more cards in a column, you can special summon them anywhere, which is nice. So it's really good card, mainly here just to lock your opponent out of the extra monster zone and everything like that, so they can't use it, and so to make it so where you only get to use your extra deck, which is nice. So yeah, I like it a lot. Very good 3 of, and I don't think I'll ever take him out. He's just amazing. So then on to the Mekk-Knight package. I do run Mekk-Knights. This is Traptrix Mekk-Knights. So I ran 2 Purple Nightfall, 1 Blue Sky, 1 Indigo Eclipse, and then the 1 Red Moon. Now this ratio was messed around with before I finalized it. So at first it was 3 purple, 2 blue, 1 indigo, and that was it. But at the last second I decided to cut the purple to 2, cut the blue to 1, and then put in a red rune, and then add in a second card for that we'll see later. So the Mekk-Knight patches is great. It solves a lot of problems Traptrix have, because Traptrix never really have a lot of power output. You never really can like kill your opponent quickly other than the Utopia double thing. But sooner or later, you're going to probably like draw the double or nothing. So you're going to need other ways to kill your opponent. And Mekk-Knights solve that. So Mekk-Knights allow you to put powerful bodies on board to hit your opponent hard and kill them fast. And that's what I like about it. So the Mekk-Knights just work flawlessly. I think this is a great ratio for it. You could mess around with it if you wanted to. If you wanted a 3rd Nightfall, that's perfectly fine. I just think that this is the perfect ratio for me, but I might toy around with it a little bit like in the future. But for now, it's really good. I really like this ratio. I did try to put yellow in, but I just think that like yellow is not really viable in this deck. So yeah, solid package. The Mekk-Knights are great. They just allow the deck to hit harder and everything, and just are able to like set up the team on lock and just be able to just put up powerful bodies on board, which is nice. So yep, other than that though, that's it for the Mekk-Knights. Then for the last of the monsters, just 2 Ash Blossoms for hand traps. Just to, it's one of the best hand traps in the game, so I have it just as my only hand trap. So you could run like any other hand trap if you want, if you don't have ashes somehow, but for me, Ash Blossom was just the perfect fit to me. Now on to spells. We don't run many spells because this is Traptrix, but there's still a couple we want to run, and that is first one being World Legacy Memory. So Memory is like a e-telly for Mekk-Knights. I have it in here just because you can bring out your Mekk-Knights during your opponent's turn, and just plus off of that. So you can bring out a Purple Nightfall from deck on your opponent's turn, activate its effect to search, and just go off. So just to get something gaining more advantage, and I had this at 1, but then like last second, like I said, when I was messing with the ratio, I bumped it to 2, and I kind of like it at 2. I think it's clutch at like the clutch second one, like the second copy came in clutch. Sorry, English is bad for me. But anyway, the second one did come in clutch in one of my duels and in the tournament, and it helped me win the game. So yeah, 2 World Legacy Memory I think is perfect. And you could cut it to 1 if you really wanted to, but for me, I think 2 is just fine. And then next, 1 Frozen Rose. This is great. It's another way of searching your Dionea and everything, so you can go into like Utopia double, hopefully. Frozen Rose, it also has the plant effect if you tribute a plant or send a plant to draw 2 and to discard 1. But you're mostly going to be using the second one where you just send a non-plant to add a level 4 or lower plant from deck to hand, and that is going to be your Dionea, which helps go into further place. But yeah, just a one-off. You don't need more than 1. It's 2 or more. It's just kind of cloggy, and you only need it 1 time. Then lastly, the 1 double or nothing, because Utopia double, and it's like one of the best win conditions this deck has. So yeah, that's it for the spells. Now on to traps. We have a lot of them. 3 Phantom Nightshade Brigandine. This is going to be a good starting play for you. This is great because it helps trigger our Sarah freely, and it's just a good way of putting a body on board for an Z summon and everything like that. So great card. Always want to run a 3. Perfect for the deck. And then next, 3 Lost Wind. This is actually way better than Impermanence in this deck, I feel. It's a great card to help negate special summon a monster's effects, and just to make them weaker for you and everything like that. And yeah, and it can also recur itself, which I like as well. So 3 Lost Wind's perfect. I think 3 is a must, and it's just, for me, I think it's way better than Impermanence in this deck. Impermanence is better in other situations, but I think in this deck, Lost Wind is probably the best option for you. And then 3 Compulse, obviously to help bounce stuff back to hand, stuff that you don't want your opponent to have and everything, so a great stun card in itself. Then 2 Storming Mirror Force. We need to protect our Sarah sometimes to like keep her on board to help. Plus, Storming Mirror Force helps that. It's kind of a devastating effect to help bounce your opponent's attacking monsters back to hand or the extra deck and everything like that. So it's a very strong card, and it's non-targeting, non-destruction removal. And then for trap holes, we got 3 of them. So we got Treacherous, Floodgate, and then Bottomless. Pretty much the best ones in the game right now. Traptrix is great early game because you can like target 2 monsters in the field, destroy them, which is great. Floodgate is also pretty impressive because you can push your opponent's monster face down and they can't use it. And then Bottomless is Bottomless. It's always been pretty decent. So I wouldn't bump it up any further. I think you only need 3 of these, but I might consider putting a 4th in the future. But for now, 3 has been working. And then the last couple traps, 1 trap trick, because you only need 1 in this deck, and it just helps turbo out the trap you need at the right moment. And then the 1 Imperial Order. We don't run many spells, we only run 4. So Imperial Order just helps in a lot of matchups and everything. It just kind of is a blowout card in a lot of situations. So that's it for the main deck. Now into the extra deck. We're going to start off with 3 Traptrix Sarah. Sarah is, you need to have 3. I'm just going to say it now. You want to run her at 3 at all times, because you're going to be going into more than one of her a lot of the time, and just, yeah, I just think you better just be safe and sorry. Just run 3. You could cut it to 2 if you really believe you're fine with 2, but I think 3 is just a must, because, I don't know, I just always like having the 3rd one in there. Then 1 Mekk-Knight Morningstar. We do run Mekk-Knights, so I did want to include the Mekk-Knight Link monster. I never have gotten into it yet, but I think in some situations it could come up, so that's why I have it in there, just to be safe and sorry. The 1 Pentastag. Pentastag is actually great for Utopia double and everything, or just to give your Mekk-Knights piercing damage, which is also great. So just another way for you to hit hard when your opponent is trying to play it safe. And then the 1 Beat Cop. This is a placeholder, to be honest with you. I don't have Masquerena. If this would obviously be a Masquerena for me. I don't have her yet, so for now, Beat Cop's going to be the placeholder for that, which is fine. Beat Cop is always good. It's just as good. But for now, she's just going to be a placeholder until I get a IP Masquerena, because that would definitely be in this slot. But so yeah, Beat Cop is here for now, but IP Masquerena is probably the one you would want to run in this slot. And then for a Nightmare package, we got Cerberus, Phoenix, and then Unicorn. Another reason why Masquerena should be in this deck, because Unicorn during your opponent's turn is nice. But Phoenix and Cerberus are also good. Cerberus might be coming out because I think I might cut it for something different. But for now, it's going to stay in there just because it has put in some work. But yeah, Nightmare's always good, just for good utility. And then the 1 Boral Sword, because you can actually get into this pretty easily with the help of the Mekk-Knights to help swarm that also swarm the boards. So Boral Sword also just OTKs in general, so which is good. Then on to Xyz monsters. The Utopia package of Lightning, double, and regular Utopia. Obviously double to kill your opponent outright if they have a 2,000 or less monster on field, which is good to end the game there. Lightning is only there as if that one shot fails. Let's say like if you have like you don't kill your opponent outright with that one shot and they somehow survive, you can then rank up into the Lightning, because then they have to try and deal with it without going to battle, because obviously you're gonna detach 2 to make it 5,000. So Lightning is just there as like a security blanket in itself. And then for the last couple of Xyz monsters, we got 1 Tornado Dragon to help deal with back row. We are a control deck, yes, but we do not like other control decks, especially Archetygeist and Guru, so we need some ways to help combat that. And then the 1 Abyss Dweller, because of just a solid card in this metagame right now, with everything liking to be in the graveyard and start activating effects. So, but yeah, that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. But yeah, like I said, I think the Mekk-Knights just help Traptrix a lot. This deck is actually pretty solid. And I feel like someone could actually get their invite with this if they put the time in and actually, experiment with it. So yeah, I like the deck a lot, and I hope you guys did too. So, or do too. But yeah, other than that though, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions about this deck, leave it down in the comment section below. I'll gladly take a look and try and answer as many questions as you guys have. And yeah, other than that though, leave a like, comment, definitely subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.